stay in his driver funk. Liability coverage. With this machine I'm blaming, his whole team live panic. Jack froze up and then died. Now you seen Titanic? Bow to the neck. I mute his audio. Your youngest son, bow to the chest. Reduce his cardio, then bows to take your princess from you. Super Mario,
Basically, I'm coming at him. He's strapped in, I smash in. Both his hands with a hammer. I ain't gonna use his strapped in.
Hello. Welcome back to the Speaker and Language Show. And for today's episode, we have my boy, Willglo. How you doing, my guy?
Yes, sir. MLang, always a pleasure, my boy. Yes, sir.
Me and Willglo actually met each other I met him actually at my first ever battle rap event, Gnome 11, which was last year. You know what I'm saying?
That was your first one?
Yeah, that was my first ever event. You feel me? And then we met again at Summer Madness or whatever. And there's always been mutual respect. Me and him always chop it up in the caffeine comment section. You know what I'm saying? He's a connoisseur when it comes to the battle rap stuff, and he's a connoisseur when it comes to his favorite battler of all time, and that's Tay Roc.
Tay Roc.
So today's episode, we're gonna do a little bit something different. Everybody's familiar with what I do in terms of Rappers Pentagon. This time we're gonna do a Rappers Pentagon, but this time is gonna be top 5 second rounds from Tay Roc. All right. And I usually set it off, but I want you to set it off.
I'll get served, rocked in his coconut. You the type of nigga that I run up on, tuck my hammers, then fold you up. Once these hit, man, your brother will have to hold you up. Playing with these new bitches. Another body by Christmas? Nigga, I'm too gifted. This nigga think he beating me? He must be too twisted. Or hitting trees like Paul Walker when the pool drifted.
It was the firstborn legacy. I want to say that was 2013. So that was in the back end of 2013. That was the same night.
Yeah.
That was the same night the Surf and Clips.
Yup.
Magic. Yeah. So yeah.
Classic shit. Yup.
Yeah. So you have JC's his second round against JC at number 5.
Yep.
I actually have his second round against Chess at number 5.
Nah, I dominate. I'm an 8. I black out and fire 8. I almost took smack white out. My mistake. Try and skate. You will get hit with a deuce when the strap dumping. He fall, I reduce him. I'm trying to subtract something. Nigga, this is me, bro. This is me, man. You fall, I reduce him. I'm trying to subtract something. Come on, bro.
I have his second round against Chess at number 5. Is because for one, it's a fight back round, and I feel like when you talk about Tay Roc, his second round is always a fight back round because he always tries to like right uphill. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, most of the time, he wins the battle second and third because his first round he's just trying to fill out the opponent. Chess delivered one of the best rounds of his career
ever.
Had some of the best rock flips I ever heard. And
Tay Roc, spelling it the proper way.
Yes, or one stopped black and the other went crazy. Yeah. Roc comes back, right? Roc comes back, and he not only fights back, but he pretty much snatches the momentum with
all of it.
You ever broke a bottle to make a knife out it?
I doubt it. Facts, nigga. And I like that shit too.
Nothing in your crib for real. I don't care if you were struggling to live for real.
I'll tie something around your neck and have you struggling to live for real. It's me, little bro. This is right.
Then I dominate. I black out and fire 8. Almost
took back white out.
My mistake.
Mistake.
This was the Chess that came out the gate, punched him in the mouth, and he responded in a resounding.
He even knocked him down. I would go so far to say as he knocked him down that first round.
So what you got at number 4?
Y'all think he tough because he bullied a white boy that eats steroids like they M&Ms? Hey, you know about antonyms and synonyms? Well, if I catch an ant in them, guess what I'm sending them? Nigga.
Shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
Ooh, spitting like a gremlin. Act feminine. I'll leave you curling. Iron, I have your wig blow out like you went to see the Dominicans. I'm sick of him. Fuck, is this my shit. This my shit.
I got Calico. SM5.
Mhm.
This is SM5. This is right after the Briz. Right after his first round versus Briz, Calico stopped running, conceded this was right after that. So he started knocking them down off that list. Kind of similar with an amazing put the pressure on Roc, touching them, getting bumpy, and Roc, if you paid, he's like, "Oh, you fucked up now, boy." Like he knew. I was like, "All right, time to turn it on."
Right.
Time to turn it on. Your wig blow out like he went to see the Dominicans. Dude, that shit was amazing. Chopper looked like a helicopter. I start propelling shit. Double barrel looked like I snatched the trunk off an elephant. That was one of my favorite Tay Roc rounds ever, because he finally got like the top tiers at that time that he been asking for, and he showed like, I'm here to stay, nigga. Like, this is my shit. You just came back, but I've been holding shit down while you was going. This is my shit.
Shit like that, shit like that.
Invisible? We couldn't see them, my nigga. Where were they? Where were the bitches? Where were the bitches?
Nah, so my number 4, we don't even really have to talk about it because you pretty much touched on it. I also have Calico at number 4. Again, it's an ultimate fight back round. You know what I'm saying? Big stage, SM. Outside of maybe he had 3 back-to-back major matchups, right? Like he had, or 4 if you want to consider, you know, he battled Clips 2014, Gnome, DNA after that, Summer Madness 4.
Right after
Surf on Gnome 5, and then Cal. So this was like a string of mega matchups that he was taking on. And I feel like he had a career-defining second round against probably one of Calico's more iconic rounds. I know like he has his first against Shime and a couple other rounds, but in terms of like that, it feels like Summer Madness again. Like that's hallmark. That's hallmark in battle rap. I feel like Tay Roc, if Tay Roc doesn't have that second round, that's a clear loss to Calico. And I feel like that second round makes that battle
it debatable.
Very debatable.
I'm mad at that. Number 3, we're gonna go the ultimate redemption match. Charlie Clips.
There's more in store for me. When I say I put bitches in bags, they don't get Christian Dior from me. Know that. I come at niggas accordingly. I have the docs stitching his cap that's fitted embroidery. Niggas annoying me. Tell you lightning don't strike twice in the same spot, nigga. I don't have the time. Question, what your 5 o'clock shadow gonna look like after 9? That's how I kill him.
We're gonna go Charlie Clips the second time. Yeah. We all know what happened the first one.
Yep.
So all things, and this was supposed to be, it was technically Gnome, but it wasn't on that Gnome stage.
Right.
I feel like it would have broke the building, but I also feel like it made it better. It being in that smaller, intimate setting.
Right.
You know? But yeah, the rematch was amazing. Roc fresh off a consensus of like 2 wins with the 2 Pontiac boys. This is prime Charlie Clips. This is like Clips that's unbeatable Clips.
Yeah,
he was the most complete, and probably still is the most complete battle rapper.
Yeah. The only battle that the people debated around that time, it was 2 battles. It was Big T and it was B Magic. Those are the only 2 battles people were debating in between that time period. But yeah, no, you
that's it.
Yeah,
all together, well put together round, amazing fight back, and it was just a legacy defining moment again for Roc, because we all seen what happened the first time, and everybody that was at the first one was at the second one on stage. You see Lux in the back, you see DNA right behind them. It was set up for Roc to lose again.
I wish he had that DNA line in the second round.
Me too.
That would have made it even like that.
Charlie get hit with the first and then the secondary. Then DNA get the business. Like it's
hereditary. And number 3, this may be recency bias, but I was in the building for it, and it's one of those things where I feel like Twerk. I'm going with his second round against New Jersey Twerk.
I knew it.
It's just what the battle means in terms of generation against generation, right? What it means in terms of like, I know people say Geechee Gotti is the face of URL or whatever, but before there was a Geechee Gotti, people were saying, okay, New Jersey Twerk is going to be the face of URL, the face of battle rap. And Tay Roc has always had the utmost praise for New Jersey Twerk. Like, even when, like, you know, Twerk goes against A Verb and says,
even with the fuck up,
I'm the new GOAT, or yada yada yada. Like, so this battle meant the world to both of those individuals.
Both of them.
Twerk comes out, has an amazing first round, through the whole kitchen sink at Tay Roc, and Tay Roc probably has
everything.
Tay Roc probably has one of the longest rounds of his career, and easily the longest second round of his career.
Easily.
Twerk. I mean, the quotables. But then he has the knife in him, striking him. Now Twerk stuck with nobody.
He tried to wrestle, losing the fight in them.
Come on, man.
Twerk without a bottom half, like white women. I'm trifling. And it was tough because I was going through the rounds yesterday. I'm like, bro, it's hard not to put this up there. It's like, am I going to feel this way 10 years from now? I think so. But being it was so recent, I had to leave it off the list. I didn't want to, but I had to.
Yeah.
Had to. Yeah. Legendary shit. And I don't think people realize that's the most prepared Twerk anyone will ever stand in front of.
Yeah. No, I think the only other Twerk you could say was more prepared than that, maybe Nitty, but that was pretty much incomplete battle.
Yeah, so
but considering, with all things considered, right? You know, Twerk is battling in front of his idol Drake or whatever.
On the Drake card.
3 strapped ins. Had like
3.
And if you put all his material together, all 3 rounds, that's probably the most material he's ever written and ever rapped in an entire battle.
All right. I think we should be pretty identical on these. Maybe the order might be different, but second.
Rebuttal that. If we wreck, then it's a wreck. JC try and break it up, his little neck is getting snapped. Cal, step in, get him clapped. He'll be Isaiah Thomas, Detroit nigga, pissed on with 11 in his back. Niggas die. I don't change shit when I'm strapped on them. Gun bar after gun bar, cause I'm strapped on them. When I clap on him, it's a rap for him. Since he from Yak Town, I have his town pouring out Yak for him.
This was SM3, you know?
Yeah.
Summer Madness 3,
Bars
2013. This was during Bars Over Name era. This was the Bars Over Name era. But people wasn't there for that. I was there for that. This is the Bars Over Name era. This is this was the machine pushing Ill Will. Ill Will's fresh off a UFF win.
Thanks.
And they drew him versus Rock, thinking like, okay, you gonna do this, and then we gonna get you these bigger names. When Rock got into that second, it got dark quick. Soon as Rock caught fire from the he'll be Isaiah Thomas, Detroit nigga, pissed on with 11 in his back. Chill, Will. If I don't steal Will to steal Will, headshot, he won't remember a round. How young Ill Will. I let the crowd choose how you get it. When I kill Will, should I'm giving him a Smith like Emmett or Emmett?
Will.
This was the battle that made me a Rock, like, that made him my favorite. That round alone, I was like, yeah, this is the guy.
But that was our number 2.
Yep.
We are going to take a small intermission and show you the honorable mentions. And when we come back, we'll announce number 1. So watch this clip really quick, and we'll be right back.
Them slugs will fly that pump the size of an ostrich neck. That Sonic B $3 set, knock his body off the screen like we playing Xbox Connect. Wait, I'll come through Murder Ave just to body more like Allstate. If I don't like you cockroaches, you get a scarred face. I do a Mexican dirty, I'm desperado with that guitar case. Don't do the speed limit. The first bitch run up on me looking like a nigga, she gets it. The shit kick like a horse, it'll go upside Seabiscuit. Act like you know. This ain't no Tay Roc versus no legend shit. This is me versus a bitch. Look like we running for president. Who? Versus a bitch. Look like we running for president. What? This is me versus a bitch. Talking about this nigga death, machine in his face. Get your vision checked. He ain't know if he was squinting at a D, E, or F in. He failed the vision test.
Willglo, what you got at number 1?
Number 1. This is obvious, people. Hollow the Dunanan.
Here winning Grammys. I ain't in a financial position to take care of nobody but my family. I got 2 daughters that I'm raising. One's 9 and one's 1. If I gotta raise this 1-9, he gonna call 911. Hold on. Be loyal to your niggas. You only had one task. You was just in YB, right? Then a couple of months passed, your punk ass was on cam chilling with the niggas that jump math. If I was him, I'd punch you right in that Luigi mustache. You wouldn't, bitch, nigga. Ladder sticking out the window of the Tahoe. 6 feet is how low. I'm trying to put hollow. All face shots. Blah! For the dinner and on. When I'm finished with him, I doubt the nigga fit on.
Not the other the Dunanan. SM6.
Yeah.
2017. This is probably, besides Clips, one of Roc's most difficult opponents because of how technical Hollow is, and we've seen Hollow break down styles before. And he took the no man's route. Even in the first round, he said, "I'm gonna gun bar you to death," and he got away with it, even though he didn't get away with it. This was one of Roc's greatest moments ever. You know, the 2 daughters that I'm raising. One's 9, one's 1. If I gotta, this one, you gonna call 911. And then we all know the famous, the seatbelt.
Yeah.
The seatbelt.
If I don't knock you out when we knuckle up, then the razor come out. When I swing it, you get your uppercut. I grab you by your neck, you get another cut and another cut. It look like the seatbelt won't work and I'm trying to buckle up.
Amazing
round. I also have Hollow at number 1. I don't even have to talk about the material. The material speaks for itself. If we're just talking about the magnitude of the battle, this solidified him being if I'm being quite honest, I'm
level.
Full transparency. This battle was his peak, and it was probably the reason why people said he had a down drop in 2018, 2019. There was a time
I agree.
There was a time period where people were saying like, like the Goods performance was good, but then the Pat State battle, the Hitman battle, there was battles in between where people were saying he was spotty, and then like he had the Geechee battle, which helped him a little bit, but it really took the Daylight battle for people to be like, all right, he's back. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's back. Yep.
Right.
I completely agree.
And I feel like that's a testament to how big the moment was against Hollow, and how great he was in the battle, and how great
Hollow,
the round was. And you got to think that was a microcosm of an era of battle rap. You got to think that's the last major event in New York. I miss it there. And it's the last event to happen in Irving Plaza, a classic venue for
legendary battle. Come on.
I feel like it ended on the right note. I feel like when we talk about, what makes Tay Roc a GOAT, what makes Tay Roc one of the best of all times, we're going to talk about this Hollow battle. We're going to talk about the second round. And honestly, we're going to talk about all these rounds, because when you really think about it, like, he is the person that started the trend of like, oh, this guy usually excels in this round and stuff like that. Like, before, people were saying like, oh, such and such usually excel in this round. The only other person you can say that for was Hitman. A lot of people said Hitman.
Yeah, the Hitman first. The Hitman first.
But,
the first round.
But you could honestly say that Tay Roc set the trend for wanting to ride uphill and take the second and taking the momentum going into the third. And I feel like when for up and coming battlers, right, they're going to study people like Tay Roc, because he set the standard for what it means to, be strategic, and also what it means to steal momentum mid battle. Yep. Because that's what a lot of people do now. You know what I'm saying? Hell, there's battlers that go try to do it against him.
Swamp just did it.
Exactly. Swamp did it. Vixen did it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just amazing to think about all these performances. And the thing is, like, I know we're really harping on his second round, performances, but all these battles are really good performances.
Crazy.
Like really, really good performances for Tay Roc. And we have to highlight how consistent this man has been over
from the beginning.
Battles. From the beginning.
over a decade.
And then even if you want to say he lost some of these battles, you're talking about individuals who's having career high performances.
Come on, we're talking about goats. The people
Yes.
that's beating him are borderline goats. Mount Rushmore people.
Yes, or people that gave him a good fight were literally the best version of themselves. That was amazing. That was fun, and it was quick. Thank you very much, Willglo.
My dog.
Going down memory lane with me. You know what I'm saying? I have another slew of videos coming out. First and foremost, before the video ends, free surf. We don't
free
know
tsunami surf
his situation, but we never want to see a black man in jail, especially
never
so much that he's doing. Thank you guys for watching. I got a plethora of videos coming out. You're gonna see me on a lot more platforms and stuff soon. But hey, just trying to contribute content to these battle rap streets. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.